Welcome to this episode of Sustaining Outstanding Schools. In this installment, we will explore the use of learning teams to implement high-yield strategies. This episode will feature Dr. Lorraine Ozar, the Director of the Center for Catholic School Effectiveness at the School of Education, Loyola University, Chicago. Dr. Ozar will introduce the concept of learning teams.
Learning teams, sometimes called professional learning teams or professional learning communities, are groups of teachers, could be 2, 3, 4, 5, you don't want to get too big, but groups of teachers who are focused on teaching a particular piece of curriculum, a subject area, grade level, course. They're teaching that, so they meet together regularly in order to focus on improving teaching and increasing learning results for that chunk of instruction.
Learning teams can be a powerful strategy that will have a strong impact on student achievement.
There's lots of research that tells us that effective teaching has a greater impact on student achievement than any other factors. Some research, in fact, tells us that 6 to 10 times, that effective teaching has 6 to 10 times as much impact on learning as any other single factor. So we know that effective teaching is a critical piece. We also know that the best way, one of the strongest ways for teachers to improve teaching is by working with other teachers. And so what learning teams do is bring those two things together. It's teachers working with other teachers to improve teaching, which in turn is the strongest way to improve learning.
Many schools often wonder about how to implement this approach. Here are some steps to consider in starting learning teams.
The first thing that needs to be in place is a curriculum, because what the learning teams work on is helping more students achieve the intended learning. So you have to have some agreement on what that learning is, whether it's a written curriculum or a set of standards or a scope and sequence, some agreed upon learning. The second thing is teachers need to have an openness to sharing their practice. And this is something that we are not really good at in schools. Education is one of the few, maybe the only profession where it's not a real expectation that you see how I'm doing, I see how you're doing, and we work together at making it better, that we expect to get that kind of feedback and assistance from our colleagues. And the third thing is a real commitment on the part of the institution to provide time. This has to happen on company time. It's probably going to be one of the most important things the school commits to in terms of increasing learning, and we have to commit the time to it.
There are a number of advantages to using learning teams in schools.
The big benefit of learning teams is that teachers can expand their capacity to make good decisions about teaching and learning because they have more experience that they're bringing to the table.
Sometimes schools can be reticent to trying such approaches. Dr. Ozar offers some advice.
Well, the more you do it, the better you'll get at it, the easier it will be. And the first time you see results, it will feel so good that you will never want to go back.
The use of teams can significantly impact student achievement within your school. Schools are highly encouraged to try this approach within their own setting. Thank you for watching this episode of Sustaining Outstanding Schools. For more information and additional webcasts, please visit the center at luc.edu/ccse.